Hello, bachcho. Let's read the question. The question says here, this question contains assertion and reason, but the assertion is given that vernalization is the promotion of flowering by a period of low temperature. Then reason is given that vernalization prevents precious, precocious precocious reproductive development late in the growing season. So first of all, we have to know that what is vernalization and what is its usefulness. So vernalization work. How vernalization work? So as we know, there are plants for which flowering is either quantitative. So flowering either either quantitative or qualitative. So flowering is a quantitative part or qualitatively. This this flowering part is either quantitative or qualitative, depend on the exposure to the low temperature. So this is dependent on the exposure to low temperature. So flowering depends on the low temperature, and this treatment is termed as, so this is known as, so this is low treatment on the flower for the quantitative and qualitative exposure. So this is known as vernalization vernalization and this vernalization prevent the precious reproductive development. So this is prevent the precious this prevent the precious reproductive development development late in the growing season and enable the plant to have sufficient time. So it can enable the plant to have sufficient time to reach the maturity. So having the sufficient time to reach the maturity. And let's take an example of the vernalized plant. So some example are, that is important example of food plant, that is wheat barley rye. So they have two kinds of variety, that is winter and spring variety. They have winter variety and spring variety. So overall, that is the flowering for the flowering is either qualitative or quantitative nature, that is depend on the exposure of the low temperature. So vernalization generally require low temperature. So first one is correct. It promotes the flowering by the low and in the low temperature. Then reason is given that vernalization prevent mm, precocious precocious reproductive development late in the growing season. So this is also a correct form, but this reason is not the correct explanation of this part. So for that, option B is correct, that is both the assertion and reason are true, but reason is not the correct explanation of assertion. I hope you understood it well. Best of luck.